Greetings and salutations, my dear audience. This is Joe St. Egg Benedictus, and I'm just coming at you with trying to repair this bronze. Yeah, you can see a reflection. Hello. This bronze Bible stand. The other day, it's as old as the hills, and a bolt fell out, so it's wiggly. It really can't hold a Bible. So basically, the bolt's supposed to go in here with a washer, tighten, and that bolt went bye-bye. One of our ministers tried to save the bolt, but for some reason couldn't find it. So, I don't know. We got to take it apart, figure out what's in this shaft here, and go from here. Let me put you a little... Whoa. Put you a little closer. There you go. Whoa. All right. So anyhow, in a lot of churches, for those of you who are like young and don't know about traditional churches, a lot of churches have in the front Bible stand with the Bible, open Bible. It depends on the architecture of the church. So, for instance, if you're going to go into a Catholic church, always start with the Catholics, because they were the first among us. You'd have the Mass is the central portion of the church, the service or the liturgy. So you have the altar in the front where the elements would go. Most churches in the shape of a cross, so that would be the head of the cross. In mainline churches like Presbyterian or Methodist, or not necessarily Methodist, but Episcopalian, sometimes you get what's called a split chancel, in which the speaker or the pastor preaches on one side, and then on the other side might be where the readings take place or where people read, and then in the middle, a communion table, or I know, like for instance, Disciples of Christ, communion still takes center stage every week. In a Baptist church, and many Protestant churches, I want to make sure I keep that down. The preaching of the word is imminent, and so what that means is that oh, my tea's ready. What that means is that often in a Baptist church, or again a congregational church, the pew is in the middle, so there's no middle aisle, so that the preaching of the word is central. The pulpit's in the middle, the pews are in the middle, eliminating a middle aisle, and usually on the front there's the communion table or some kind of table with the open word, and then above that the pulpit, and that shows the eminence or the focus of the preaching within the Protestant church. So that's how our church is designed. In a Baptist church specifically, in a traditional church, you may get a baptismal that stands above, and then let me see here. Hold on, because in our tradition, the baptismal font is above. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so if that screws on there, right? This screws on this shaft here, and this is what's loose. Then is the missing piece in here. It's shallow in there, hollow. So, trying to figure out if, let me see here. Okay, so if that goes halfway, then does the other screw come? No, because then it would not be flush. So where is this thing going in? Where's the screw going to go in? Let me see. See if I can take this off. Come on, you. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so there's that. And then this is still... Okay, so this is... There's something going on down here. What I have a feeling is that whatever goes here tightens this, but if this goes here... Alright, so it looks like there is a... No? It's hard to tell. I'm trying to figure out if something goes up here, and tightens it, which would make sense because the bolt was like that long. However, it's awfully strange. No. My tea's ready. I'll be right back. Boop. Boop. All right. I'm back with my tea. I'm back with my toast. Homemade bread. So I got to figure out if we can either find the bolt or figure out a way to, even if I have a bolt with a washer here, you got to put this plate back on, which actually isn't a big deal. Because if I can get a long screw, if I can get a screw with a washer on this side, you can see how big the washer is. Come up here and put a bolt on this side. This may sit higher, but that's not a problem because I can just get long screws to accommodate the length of the bolt. So that's going to be the key. The only thing is, on this side, there's not a lot of room for the screws. So I got to figure out how to get a bolt that's not going to get in the way of those screws. And that's going to be the ticket, because if a bolt is, I don't know, it's going to be tight. So, I may have to go to Ace Hardware. I'm sure if you're a carpenter or somebody who knows something about this, you probably have ideas, but I am not. And I just tinker and figure it out. The other thing is that last week or a couple weeks ago, I got one of my parishioners Braille machine, and I'm so sorry I did not film it. I was supposed to, but I had to try to fix it and clean it, and there I am cleaning and fixing, and like no video. I didn't capture any video of it, and it would have been so cool for you to see, so I apologize. Terrible on my part. But I have to figure this out somehow. The other thing is, if I just need to get that up, I wonder if there's something I can replace this with. Like, instead of going through here and through here, like what if I got something like a copper piece here, so when I screw this on, it tightens it. So like this, you have like a lot of leeway here. So if I get a copper piece, and by tightening this on, it tightens it, and I can just use that, then that would be sufficient. So that's another option. So I really just have to go shopping. Another idea is just to get a bunch of like nuts to go from here to here, and then I can just cover it, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like down here. That probably is the easiest thing. Like, what can fill from here to here to tighten it, and then when I put this on, that'll secure it. And you know, we don't like use this every week. We don't read from this, so it's kind of like a fake it until you make it. You know, it's like look but don't touch. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at the same time, it can't be floppy. Because right now, it falls over when it holds our big communion table Bible. So I don't know what to do. Try to figure it out. I have all these pieces. Okay. Like that. I don't think I have anything in the house that will suffice. So, we'll see. I'm sure I can get nuts that are big enough for the shaft to go up. Tighten it. Boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's it. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate hanging out with me. I figured you want to see that since it has something to do with the Bible. It's very heavy. All brass. So, I'm going to try to make it work. And, by the way, that's what it looks like. It has this thing for ribbons over here. It's pretty neat. So I don't want to get a new one if I don't have to. We'll make it work somehow. Thank you. Like, subscribe. Talk to you later.